I'll just do a quick recap of how I set things up to do the easy curl and cut. I have done it in detail in other videos, so feel free to hunt that out. So I have my pattern, and when I want to reverse the way in which the spiral goes, I'll just turn this over and retrace it. That way I've got two patterns for the price of one. So I've drawn the spiral based on the hoop I'm using, the brass hoop, and a couple of sources. So I've got roughly what I want it to look like and roughly when it's going to come out, the width of the tiles I'm using. So when I start a project like this, I do a few keystone cuts, lefties, righties, and then I'll just see how they'll go when I place them around here. And what I do is when I place them is I focus on one line, not both of them, otherwise it's just too much. Oh, we've got a little visitor. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little ladybird has come to wish us luck. How sweet is that? So I have all of my tiles spaced nicely and focused on this outside line. So the next bit is to put a bit of sticky tape, broad sticky tape, across those tiles. Don't worry about this, this comes later. Make sure it's nicely pressed in, give it a snip. And when you're, because you've got a nice thick line, you can see where your cutting line to cut the curve comes in. This is where I call cheat cutting, because then we just nip those off. Now when I cut off the excess sticky tape, because I need to, otherwise I'll end up sticking to myself. The old hands just don't work like they used to. And now I can turn it over now and just nip those off. This is the easy part as well, and preparing the waste metal casings with these pliers. They're from the bead making area of any craft store. They don't have ridges on here, so it's not going to leave an impression on your casing. So I just put it exactly level with the edge here and then squeeze. So easy. And I make about 16 or 17 for each loop. Now for the fun bit. And the other thing you might like to have handy are some of these. These are my favourite. They just work well for me to keep your hands nice and clean as you go along with the silicone, because it takes it off. The other thing about silicone is that it's only a little bit potentially cause you a headache. Make sure that you're in, unless of course you're allergic to it, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. When I'm outside I don't need to worry at all. So with the little baggie at the ready, you're going to go, oh my God, I wish I knew this 100 years ago. Add your glue to the back of your tiles that we pre-prepared on our template. Then roll it over, pat it into place. So this part of the fern is going to come down and swirl around this other one that's over here. We've got his little modesty cover on so he doesn't get embarrassed. There, Deb. And I leave the last little bit, the last little pointy bit, for when the hoop is on. Now the hoop is where I get into a terrible mess. So I've found a flat spot to actually paste it or glue it, because we don't want it sort of in one of these sort of spaces, because it's just not going to work. So we just adapt the pattern to suit our needs. And there, I've got glue on me already and I've not touched anything. That's what happens to me. So I'm not putting the glue where my fingers are. I'm just going to glue around the edge of that hoop. The grout will squeeze in underneath there. it'll be well anchored. And then it fell out of my hand, so I've made a lovely mess. We did say warts and all. It's our first humongous wart. Of course these things happen, and of course it's just not fitting now. I've got into a terrible mess. I need to stop and go clean up. I won't cut this out because I did say warts and all. This one, because the bit I needed to clean off was actually only my hands. This has got sticky tape on it, so the silicone that's smudged all over there didn't matter. I just wait till tomorrow when I pull off the sticky tape. Well, after it's cured, pull off the sticky tape and then it'll be clean. All this gunge in the middle I'm going to use when I glue the next bits on. So it was really getting it off my fingers so that I don't stick it over everything else. And then the last bit is the little curvy bit on the end. I just want to be sure that's in the right spot. Just pop a little bit of glue on there. Got my little poker at the ready. For those who need tweezers, this is the time to use it. But I mean, I'm just ridiculous when it comes to tweezers. It's just a hoot and a half. And then pop your little point in and good to go. So now for the fun bit. This is where it does get messy, and you will need all your bits and pieces here. If you've got wobbly hands, if you've got nice dexterous fingers, no problem. So now the next bit is where we're going to stick our recycled metal. So we'll squirt a big round bed as if it was a grout line, not too close to the edge. And yes, I used too much glue, that's why I get into a mess. And then we start popping these in with this edge up, which I find very difficult. If I could use tweezers, I would. So you can see how that's sticking up in the air, and one at the o'clocks and the quarter past. Oops, I wish I could, like I say, I wish I could use tweezers, but I'll clean it up. That's okay. There's nothing we do that can't be recovered. And then in between there is like 3 bits. Whoops. I feel a bit like a dentist. These come in so handy. Whoops. Yeah, this grip isn't working, so don't laugh too hard. But it goes to show you can just persevere. All of that will clean off, so I don't need to worry. Now I want to go down. So you can see how that cleaned up really well, even with all my fumbling and carrying on. It did a really good job there. But we missed the most important bit, which was all of this, where I forgot to turn the camera back on. So now I need to do another one, which I'm going to do about here. So we're really up nice and close. I've drawn the circle on, so I'm compensating now for my bad hand days, and so I don't have to hold this on and attempt to get all the glue on properly. So I've traced the outside, and this is where I need to put the glue. So I'm going to go around and glue that on, get to where I was yesterday, and then show you the nifty bit. The hands are definitely working much better today. So I've got them all spread around, I've checked the edges, and it's all doing really well. So the next bit is the gentle bit, where we gradually just push these down so they're sort of turning. Just go around, and what you'll have is that it'll start to create the circle that we like in the tree fern. So we're just gently pressing those down, but keeping the centre. Wants to push away. This is like watching paint dry, so I want to take you through the whole process so you can see that it has to be a gentle push down to get your circular motion, or the flow of these tessera as well. Get them all underneath until it's eventually flat. And you can see the glue is going to come up on the sides because that's where we put it. That's okay, we can clean that. You saw how clean I got the other one. So keep going around and around and around. This is called going around the bend. Okay, so that's fairly flat now. We put the last round of glue, and look, I can't help myself. Last round of the last round of glue around those bottom bits of the waste metal, and fill up that centre bit nice and full. Then we quickly pop on our whatever decoration you want here. This is, I think I've said to you before what these washes, I use a lot of them, I love them. And if you're into steampunk, this is just works so well. And of course the lovely bead for the last centre bit. Then we just wait for it to cure and clean it. Isn't that cool? I reckon that's really cool. So I'm going to probably do a few more around here so it looks very tree ferny on this bottom bit before I start to put the flowers on. The next bit is going to be making flowers, and I think I might do the grevillea next. Such fun.